This is a top-tier heist crew, and they're planning to steal $50 million worth of gold. The team arrives at David's residence. First, the hacker cuts off the network at David's house. Then, Mary disguises herself as a repair technician. David, seeing that she's a beautiful woman, immediately lets his guard down. Mary takes advantage of this and finds the location of the safe. Meanwhile, the rest of the crew, using surveillance cameras, figures out the layout of David's home. After fixing the network, Mary prepares to leave, but just as she's about to go, David calls out to her. For a moment, Mary is slightly panicked, but it turns out David is just inviting her to dinner tomorrow. Looking at the man who killed her father, Mary holds back her rage and agrees. Jack is thrilled when he hears the news, because now they can figure out when David will be away from home, making it easier to steal the gold. However, the distance from the front door to the safe is quite far. It's impossible to carry the gold by hand. The hacker measures the width of the hallway, and it turns out a BMW Mini can fit through. So, they load equal weights of iron onto the car, and begin speed tests, but after several trials, they discover the car can't handle the load. It needs to be lightened to work. Jason brings in a car mechanic, who not only reduces the weight of the car by 200 pounds, but also boosts its power, making it easier for them to escape. Meanwhile, David is trying to sell a batch of gold. However, the buyer is an expert, and immediately spots the stolen gold. Worried that things will go wrong, David pulls out a gun and kills the black market boss. What David doesn't know is that the boss's cousin is a gang leader. Seeing his cousin's brutal death, the gang boss vows to find the killer. Next, the hacker infiltrates the traffic system, allowing him to control the traffic lights at will, which will help them make a clean getaway. Now everything is set. The evening of the date arrives. As soon as David leaves, the team sets their plan in motion. But then, the neighbors next door throw a party, and with so many witnesses around, they're forced to cancel the plan. Meanwhile, on their date, everything seems to be going smoothly, but one sentence from Mary raises David's suspicions. It's a phrase that her father used to say. David figures out her real identity. He grabs Mary's wrist. Mary, now panicking, signals to the others. Jack and Jason step out, and David is caught off guard. He didn't expect them to still be alive. Jason takes Mary away. Jack demands the gold, but David arrogantly responds, saying Jack should take it if he can. After this unexpected turn of events, David decides to make a run for it with the gold. The hacker listens in and learns of David's plan, but Jack, not willing to back down, suggests that since the plan is already exposed, they should go for a direct heist. David is sharp, though. He arranges for a helicopter and 3 transport trucks, one of which contains the gold. But now, the question is, how will they figure out which truck holds the gold?